LTA, what's to it? How y'all doing out there?
Good.
All right, so we back for another one. I got my son Marcus with me. We're gonna break down a few topics and get to it. So how you feeling today?
Good. How about you?
Oh man, I can't complain. All right, first thing I wanted to touch on, I guess, is we could talk about the Nolan Wales situation. That's the young man that died in Mississippi. They went to Horn Island
Yeah.
with his friends for, I believe, Fourth of July
hmm
celebration. Um, it was like three or four of them that went, and then he's the only one that didn't come back from the trip. It was a lot of people on the trip, but I think he went with three other friends. I think.
Yeah. It was actually three. Yeah, three other friends.
Right. So we know he went on a trip, celebrated Fourth of July. They went to an island called Horn Island, and he did not return.
Yeah, like the parents found his phone and everything, but they ain't find him.
Right. Well, the kids had the phone. The friends and them had the
Oh
phone.
yeah, and the parents tried to go retrieve it, but the kids wasn't trying to give the mom the phone back.
But they did get it back, and there was erased messages on there from Snapchat and I guess even regular text messages, which we all know Snapchat deletes after 24 hours, but still it was other deleted messages as well. So what do you think about the case? Because they did a autopsy. They did two of them. They ain't revealing the second autopsy yet. They had a individual autopsy performed, and then they also had the state, county, or whatever did an autopsy. They found um, red bruising in the back of his head. They don't know. Well, they didn't release what it was from yet, and they also took his throat.
Yeah.
And the reason people say the reason why they took his throat is because they probably found something and wanted to examine it to see where what was that whatever they found was from. So they say that's pretty common that happened because when I first heard, I was like, he came back without his throat.
Yeah.
Like what? Like what? But they say that's common because they want to, whatever they found, the autopsy cat must have found, he wanted to see what was going on. Uh,
Yeah, I believe he got choked out.
yeah. And I mean, it's a bunch of reasons why, but what would you say if you was just a guess of what happened? What would you say happened?
Yeah. I feel like they took him on that boat after they tried to say that he ain't get on the boat. I feel like they took him on the boat and they probably had like an argument or something and things just got violent.
Right.
But yeah, I think his cause of death is getting choked out though.
Yeah. Um, like I said, I don't know why if there was foul play, but it's a lot of reasons why. You know what I'm saying? It could be racism. And look where they at. They in Mississippi.
Yeah.
So, Mississippi is one of the most racist states ever in the history of America. So anything could have happened. They said at first he wanted to stay back and talk to some girls.
hmm
And then one of the girls said that they only talked to him for a few minutes, but they didn't spend much time with him at all. So that right there, you talk to some females who knows if there was some jealousy there or some racism, just the fact that a black kid is talking to some white girls.
Uh huh.
You have that a lot. And like I said, if it's predominantly white people that's on the trip, who knows how that went, you know what I mean? So
hmm
yeah, I mean, it's a bunch of stuff that sound suspicious, that sound sketchy. So we will see once the second autopsy is revealed or what happened. It's the investigation. Then I also heard that a lot of people was calling for them to end the investigation, close it down or whatever, saying it was
Yeah.
just an accident, he drowned or whatever.
Uh huh.
But it's too much stuff to it's too much fishy stuff to just shut it down. Obviously, if your child don't come back, you won't know. You gonna want to know what happened. That
Wait, did you hear about the audio when they was on the boat and they was screaming Nolan name and in the background you could hear is he dead? He's dead. He's dead, y'all.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of that. That I heard it, but I didn't listen to it a second time because the first time I heard it, couldn't catch what it was saying, and I meant to watch it again, but I didn't watch it. But yeah, I did hear it. It was saying that is he dead or some crazy stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they also say they got a audio, which I did hear that too, where the boat called and said that that they needed help or whatever.
No, they called for help.
Right, because they said the boat
It was sinking.
was sinking.
Yeah.
Right. So that'll be contradiction compared to they left and went back to doing whatever they was doing,
Uh,
and he stayed back or whatever. So that'd be a contradiction on that. So yeah, we'll see how this all plays out. One of the kids' mom is a judge,
yeah.
so you know how that always goes.
At first, when I first heard about the judge, I thought they were saying that Nolan Wells' mom was a judge.
Right now, yeah, one of the friends' moms is a judge. So like I said, man, them being in Mississippi, period, that's just like Mississippi is one of the most racist states in the U.S. in
Yeah,
history, period.
it kind of relates to the Emmett Till situation.
Right, well, Emmett Till died because they were saying he was flirting with he's supposed to have flirted with a white lady.
Yeah,
So yeah. So we'll see, man. I mean, it's too bad that in 2026 we still even talking about
racism.
racism. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like, come on, man. We ain't haven't got past it, which we never will. We'll never get past racism because it's just the way of the world. We got too many people that think how they think. They get raised that way. It's get embedded. You know what I mean? It becomes a natural thing to people.
yeah.
So that'll never go nowhere, unfortunately. Unfortunately. So, man, my condolences to that family, man. Prayers goes out to that family, and I hope that justice gets served if there is a need for justice. If it ain't an accidental drowning, then obviously there's some justice that needs to be had.
Mm.
But I tell man, listen though, even if you ain't racist or whatever, you the only black kid. Don't go on an all white trip.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like there was no black people there.
Yeah, just don't do that, man. Like, come on, man. Like, yes, them your friends, and I'm pretty sure he obviously didn't think nothing of her, else he wouldn't have went.
Yeah,
But that's just a recipe for disaster, man. And then, like I said, they in Mississippi though.
yeah. Out of all states,
You
Mississippi.
you in Mississippi.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They hate people for fun. So yeah, man. I don't know. I don't even know since we don't know what happened. I don't even know what good advice can you even give in that type of situation.
uh,
Definitely don't go by yourself to a place where it's, you know, where you the only one.
yeah,
Should have brought a cousin or something. or, or something. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm going on no small islands anyway, just period. Like, those small islands,
No, I would get on a small island, but yeah, just not in that situation
yeah.
where I'm the only one there.
Yeah, I don't know. I got on a boat one time. A couple times I've been on a boat, but it seems like, well, not seems like, but the further you get out into water, if you in a big body of water,
Yeah,
them boats just get littler and littler. So I don't know if I have fun once it gets starting to get dark outside
no, yeah, nah,
and I'm surrounded by nothing but water.
yeah, that would start messing with me.
Yeah, people drinking and partying. Oh no, things could go left at any time.
Yeah,
I might want to stay on shore for this activity. Might wanna- I remember one time me and one of the homies went on a boat ride. And it was a little spot too. I forgot where we was at, but it was a little spot. It was out here in St. Paul. I think it was. I don't think it was the Mississippi. I don't even remember. It might have been St. Croix, probably. I can't remember. But anyway, it was just me and him, which is two black cats, and then everybody else was white. But we grown at this time though, and it's probably four of them, four white cats, three dudes and a girl, and so we were supposed to go out there early to go fishing, but we ended up getting back to the dude house who had the boat when it started about to get dark. So by the time we got to the water, it was dark pretty much. And we went out there. I already started feeling funny once we got there and it's dark outside or whatever the case may be. But like I said, we was grown at this time, so I didn't really have too much thought about it, whatever, because I was old enough to defend myself or whatever.
yeah,
But yeah, we get out there on the water. The dude got to put on his gloves. The dude that was driving the boat. I'm like, man, and they was tweakers. That was my man's and them. That was his customers, whatever. So they was off some things.
hmm
So yeah, once we get out there, at first everything was cool, but when you get further and further, that boat, like I said, just get littler and littler because
Yeah.
of all that water. And it wasn't even a big boat either. You could just reach right over and touch the water.
Oh, wow.
So that already was messing with me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
That's too close.
yeah, like, you know, and then my man, he got the hitting the gas, putting the pedal to the metal. I'm like, slow this joint down, man. What is you on? And then I started thinking, like, what if they tweaking them? You know, they might want to try to rob us for thinking we got,
Yeah.
whatever. So I told him, I said, hey man, listen, because I wasn't even doing it. I wasn't drinking or nothing. So the homie was like, what?
So you was the sober one over there?
Well, I wasn't sober before I got there, but I didn't do nothing while we was there.
Mm.
The homie, you know, he's smoking, drinking, whatever. The other cats is doing the same, and they stayed trying to pass me stuff, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I got my back like this. If I could see everybody or whatever. Dude driving the boat, he looked over. He said, man, you look like you ain't enjoying yourself. I said, man, I really ain't, man. Slow this joint down. Matter of fact, you know what? Just take me back to land.
Yeah.
He was like, go back to land. I said, yeah. Just take me back to land, man. I'm going to finish my whatever I'm doing there. Y'all could do what y'all do and I'll wait. So the homie was like, you really want to go back? I said, yeah, take me back. Turn this joint around, man. Dude was so disappointed, the driver. But he turned around, though. They dropped me off. And they went back out there for like 15, 20 minutes or whatever. And then came back and we left. But, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. Playing with water alone, you know, I ain't really with the water too much.
Yeah, that's a dangerous game.
Yeah, I ain't really with the water too much, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so my condolences to Nolan Wells' family.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace. And I hope that situation get handled sooner than later. You got something you want to talk about?
Yeah, the St. Paul streets that's always having potholes and always closed for no reason.
Man, I'm pretty sure this is a lot of states, but we live here, so I know here we
Yeah.
always fixing something.
And it's never get done.
Yeah, it's like, when is it ever fixed?
Yeah.
Like, damn, we always fixing on something.
I remember I saw this, like, it was like this large part of a highway missing because they was like building like a new part of it.
Yeah, we still that 3rd Street bridge is still getting worked on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be a couple. I think that opens next year, I believe. 27, I believe it opens.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just a lot of stuff being worked on. It looks like it's never being done.
All the time, we're always working on something. It seems
Yeah.
like it's the same stuff every year too. It's the same streets all the time. Like,
Yeah.
every time you look around, something's closed. The streets shut down.
Yeah, I remember I was on the Lime scooter, and it was a street I was supposed to take to go back home, but like the whole thing was blocked off because it was construction workers working on the floor or the ground.
Yeah, if you I was going to work the other day and I left out just cutting it close, like I was gonna get there on time, and end up being late because it was a whole 2-3 blocks shut down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I called myself being slick because I seen the shutdown. So I called myself trying to go around, and I went around, and that part was blocked off too. Like, it was
Wow.
like 3-4 blocks. So I had to turn back around, get to where I was at, and then go another way. I was like, man, is you serious?
Yeah, these St. Paul streets got it.
But do you know, they say they use the cheapest material just for they can continue to work, like job security, they call it,
Hmm.
where it can break down for they could fix it again. I heard a dude from MDOT, that's the people that do the roads. I heard him say that one time, like they used the cheapest material just for they could go back and do it again.
Wow.
It's all a money game.
Yeah,
That's the money game for you.
everything is a hustle.
Everything's a hustle in this world. You got to pay for everything. They constantly make you have to work to get more money or hustle to get more money.
Just to pay bills, and then you got to work for it again.
And work for it again. It's never in the story. That's why I tell people, while you young, come up with stuff you want to do while you young. Get you a business and stuff out the gate. Save money out the gate. Learn how to save money. Make the best decisions where you don't have to really work. You're going to have to work at anything you do, but they say if you love what you do, it's never work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So know exactly what you want to do in life. Start it early and learn how to save money. Learn how to invest money. Learn how to put your money somewhere to make money. You know what I mean? Because you need some free money in this world. Trying to do everything by the books, that stuff don't work too much. You got to learn how to take $10 and turn it into 10, 20, 30. Stocks or whatever, selling cars, anything that could take some money and multiply it. You know, that's what you got to be focused on while you're young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So get these streets together, people. Use some better material.
Yeah. Like way better.
You know,
For y'all won't have to come back for a few years.
right? What's wrong with these people?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get to where I need to get to in peace. Yeah. I seen this one thing where this girl, it was like a little, you know, how they have them little still pictures and it has a comment or whatever what she said,
Yeah.
and she said men don't pursue enough no more. If you tell a man no, then he's just done with the situation.
Wait. If you tell a man no, then he's just done with the situation. Like,
Yeah, like if you walk up to a girl and try to talk to her, or let's say she even give you her number, and you try to ask her out and she say no, you supposed to, call her again another day and ask again. Or if you is trying to get her number, she say no, you should be trying to do things to convince her to say yes, is what the girl was saying, the lady was saying.
no, that's not true.
Yeah, because it's like women act like they're never satisfied because you usually will say no means no.
Yeah.
And if you pursue it, you're a stalker,
A creep.
a creep. You know what I'm saying? Like
Almost
thirsty.
having to call 911 and stuff.
Right, you thirsty, all that stuff. So now it's, if you tell me no and I'd say, all right, cool, and I'll move on. Now it's, oh, I'm not doing enough. I'm not pursuing enough.
Yeah, I feel like all it is just attention. Girls always want attention.
Yes. And yes, we're generalizing. Sorry. But yes, it's, come on, man. 1 minute y'all say no means no. Now you saying we're not doing enough.
Yeah, they just want attention.
Yeah, that's all that is, man. Like, you know how many times, I don't know. Yeah, it's always something. Like I said, they're never satisfied, I guess.
Never.
Yeah, it's always something, man. But do you think, okay, let's say, when do you pose to pursue more then? Like, is there ever a good time, a good reason to pursue more? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like it depends on like what's going on, like in that particular time. Like, I can't really say like an example, but like if there's something like important going on, then yeah.
So like, if you had a party, let's say, right?
Mm.
And you walk up to a girl, you try to talk to her, and she say, I ain't in the mood right now, or whatever. Do you say okay and just leave it alone, or do you move around and wait a little while, whatever. Maybe she just uptight at that moment and need to relax or whatever. Then, you bump into her 30 minutes later or whatever, however long, and say, hey, how you all good? You feeling better? Whatever, whatever you say.
Yeah, see, me personally, I would try again, like wait around like 30 minutes and try to like brighten her mood or whatever.
Oh,
but yeah, but I want to like just keep on trying like 3-4 times a night. But yeah, I will go a second time.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, it depends. I guess it depends on the vibe or whatever.
And plus, you gotta just like read body language too.
That's very important to figure out or learn how to read body language.
Yeah.
Right. So there is some cases where you should pursue a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. What about like, let's see. When is it not okay? I guess it's just like you just say, you just got to know the body language or whatever.
Yeah.
You just got to know the vibes.
Yeah, read the room and stuff.
Read the room. That's a art that a lot of people don't know how to do, is read the room.
Yeah.
You got to read the room, people.
A lot of people need to start working on that.
Read the room. Know when it's time to say something, when it's time not to say something, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I seen that though, and I was like, we got to make up our minds. Which one do y'all want? Y'all want people to pursue, not pursue?
Yeah.
What do you want? What else we got out there?
The YG and Ruler the Draco, you know about them?
Draco the Ruler, yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? I'll be watching this YouTuber called Mac Moolah, and he reacts to his other YouTuber named Flacco. And what's it called? I apparently they got footage of YG stabbing or revealing the knife that he stabbed Draco the Ruler with on camera when the brawl was happening outside.
Do they actually got that on camera or just got him with a weapon in his hands. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like they got him. Like I saw right here, you can see the blade. So like it's pointed down, whatever, and you can see him like walking up and swinging.
okay, yeah, I didn't see that footage. I heard about it though. I heard that there was footage of him swinging a object.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the footage it actually shows him. Is it showing him striking Draco or just
Like I can't see Draco because I don't know what outfit he had on, and plus like it looked like everybody was like all black, but like it was dark outside.
right?
But what's it called though? Like all you can see is just YG walking up with the knife right here, and just swinging,
Swinging.
and then that's when Flacco ended the recording or whatever, like the footage.
Yeah, I seen people commenting about that stuff that that they say like the internet is doing too much nowadays. You got podcasters and stuff talking about cases and solving cases for police and stuff of that nature.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's all people are getting paid to have YouTube channels, and people do want to hear what's going on and blah blah blah. So I think it's a thin line. Like far as I mean,
50-50.
yeah, I think it's a thin line for people talking about real crimes that happen.
Yeah,
You know, versus it's pretty much your job now. Everybody's a journalist now with a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Because people want to hear about stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
It's just that is what it is now. It's the new way of whatever you want to call it, journalism, reporting, whatever. And do you have to be an actual journalist to do journalist work? You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's a thin line. I hear what people are saying, as far as people playing the police.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I definitely understand that. You don't want to be doing a police job or whatever, but at the same time though,
you're the one that's putting it on the internet.
yeah, YouTube is paying people to talk about things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's a sticky situation. As far as the case itself, obviously rest in peace to Draco, and condolences to his family.
Yeah.
Even if we're not talking about just them, just talking about a situation like that, period, it goes back to how much you have to lose and stuff of that nature. And even just the black on black crimes or whatever, even though there's white on white crime, Mexican on Mexican crime and all that. I'm not trying to single us out, but I'm just saying though, like, all that stuff is just gang. It's all gang related.
Yeah.
They just from two different hoods and got into it. And then, people be rapping about it now. It's rap beef and all that shit.
Yeah, but I heard that Draco wasn't really known as a gang member. He just dropped a diss on YG or whatever, and that's the reason why they started beefing. But YG was the gang member and stuff, and apparently it was like multiple blood sets there when they was trying to all fight Draco the Ruler.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, anyway, far as the gang part goes, far as what I know, they say it's a gang situation. I don't know. But even if it's, like I said, even if it's a diss track, it's like, what happened to, if you got a rap beef, have a rap beef. Why do it got to be street related?
Yeah.
But these cats are from the streets.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm saying, that's where it gets tricky at. You know what I'm saying? You bring in one world into other world. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, why couldn't that get handled a whole different way? Why couldn't them brothers sit down and talk about whatever was going on?
Yeah.
It's all clout chasing. It's all performative, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? People want to always, it's egos, obviously. You know what I mean? If y'all got a problem with each other, it's more than one way to handle. Everything don't got to be violent. You know what I'm saying? Everything do not got to be violent. There's other ways to handle things. You know what I'm saying? You got to let go of the egos and, and try to get past all this. Like even when I see these videos now, these girls fighting so much.
Oh yeah, you did just show me a video of that.
And these girls fight more than dudes now.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do everything got to get handled with violence? Right away though, off the rip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that's the first answer.
First answer is let's fight, let's shoot, let's do something. So
let's hurt each other.
Yeah, let's hurt each other, man. It's like we've been through enough of that, man. We done had enough of us killing ourselves and all that. Let's find a different way to handle things.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to rap, like I said, if you could just rap and just have a rap situation like how they used to do back in the days, Big Daddy Kane and LL Cool J and all them cats or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Keep it on wax. Kendrick and Drake just did one on wax. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got hurt out of that, as far as I know. Probably people like people
like
as
the fans,
fans,
yeah,
yeah,
fans or something.
yeah, something like that. But yeah, keep it on wax, man. And
Yeah,
then when you got things to lose, like if you a YG or Draco, he's passed away now. He pretty sure he was the breadwinner out of his people.
uh huh,
You know what I mean? And YG, if this, let's say he, let's say they can prove that he did something and he goes to jail for this murder. Let's say, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely, for ours, what I would think is the breadwinner for his people. So it's like, man, it's like everybody loses.
yeah.
And for what though? When you break it down, and I wonder how did like really, really start. I wonder. I never took the deep dive for. I never did even listen to Draco. Me personally, not the biggest YG fan either.
From what I heard, that Draco was going to the concert where YG was performing that night, and like the YG and a couple other gang members like all set it up because there was like 100 of them against Draco the Ruler and his brother fighting. So what's it called? I heard that they was all just waiting at the concert, waiting for Draco to arrive, and then they saw each other in the parking lot, and that's when they all just got to fighting.
But it wouldn't be. It didn't start from just that one day though.
Oh yeah, nah.
You know.
Yeah. What's it called? I also heard that Drake really dropped the disc, and then that's why they started beefing.
Right. But it's the reason that even happened though. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So who knows? I mean, I don't know,
it's
but
always a root to things.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The stuff, like I said, be a bunch of back and forths. Who knows? And a lot of times, and I don't know if this is the reason for this situation, but a lot of times it be over girls.
Yeah, a lot of times.
A lot of times it be over women, man. Like it ain't that serious, man. So yeah, I don't know. Um, rest in peace to Draco, and hopefully, uh, you know, this could get resolved the best way it can, and yeah, I don't. It's an unfortunate situation, like everything else, when somebody lose their life, and then somebody might lose their freedom for that situation. So who knows, man? It's just unfortunate because I'm pretty sure, like I said, them is the two breadwinners out they people, and then also it's another once again black on black crime situation.
Yeah,
So yeah, man, that's unfortunate. And then after all this time, how long did that happen? Like,
a few years ago, like 3 years ago.
man, time be man. I'm so bad with time. I say the other day for 8 months ago. So it was only like 3 years ago then.
Yeah,
And then look, it comes back, and now it's coming right back around. They were saying something about Drake is the reason why this is even coming back up.
Drake.
Yeah, they were saying something about Drake is is putting it out there. I didn't read the article. I just seen the headline saying that Drake have something to do with this resurfacing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't.
nah, yeah. I never heard of that.
Yeah, I didn't read the headline, but yeah, it's on here somewhere. It's out there somewhere about Drake making this come back up. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Draco family definitely wants some
Answers.
yeah, want some answers as well, because somebody lost they people lost his life, so
Yeah,
they still dealing with that. If we'll always deal with that, always will be dealing with that. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's unfortunate.
yeah.
What else we got out here, man? I had some stuff wrote down, but I couldn't find my paper that I wanted to, some stuff I wanted to talk about. Um, One subject I always want to talk about, and I bring it up a lot, is people being objective, having objective thinking. So meaning like thinking, having thinking about things more than just the way you think about things. So for example, like I said, if you from Minnesota, let's say, that don't mean you have to root for the Timberwolves because you from Minnesota. You know, say your parents is Democrat. That don't mean you got to be a Democrat. Say they Republican. That don't mean you got to be a Republican.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with being that stuff, following your people ways, but there's definitely, you should be open minded to things. You don't. If me and you disagree about something, I should be open minded enough to hear the reason why you feel the way you feel. And if you have a good enough argument, I might even change the way I feel about whatever we're talking about. You know what I mean? But if you're not open minded to even listen to somebody, how would you? You would never be able to learn nothing if you're closed minded.
yeah,
That's like, for example, let's say you got a white dude that don't like black people, right? He's super just don't like black people.
Yeah.
And then a cop shoot a cat in the back, right?
Uh-huh.
A cat shoot a black dude in the back and kills him. Just because you hate black people don't mean that you can't say, "Oh man, that cop is wrong."
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if you hate black people, you should still be able to say that cop was wrong. That cop shot that person in the back, and that's flat out wrong no matter if I like that person or not.
Yeah.
That's having objective thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's being open minded. And a lot of people cannot be like, they can't be open minded. It's what even like that whole thing they say where they say um when they say if your friend is wrong, you got to ride with your friend.
Right or wrong.
Yeah, it's like no. If the person's wrong, they wrong. Now, do that mean you got to front them off? You ain't got to front the person off, but you do not got to agree with your friend if your friend wrong just because that's your friend.
Yeah.
If they wrong, they wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, nah. What's it called? That started going around some more.
Yeah, you got to have an objective thing. You can't just you can't just ride with people because they your friend or whatever. Or like I said, your parents could be a Republican. That don't mean that you have to be a Republican. If you don't if whoever's in office, let's say Donald Trump's in office now, just because you're Republican doesn't mean that you can't say he's wrong. If you don't have to like him just because you're a Republican, he's a Republican.
Yeah.
Have objective thinking because how would you, like I said, we won't be able to learn nothing if you're closed minded, if you only believe what you believe. And then how would you make the best decisions if you don't have all the information, ain't willing to listen to all the information? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then look at that YG stuff. They say, says YG shared a rumor claiming Drake is funding a campaign to get him arrested over Draco, the ruler death. Glass Malone says Drake is financing Draco campaign to mess with YG's life. So I guess Drake is is the reason why this all came back up, I guess.
Yeah, I ain't see that coming.
Yeah, but yeah, well, like I said before, I hope that situation get handled best that it can get handled.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate for them. But yeah, so being objective though, have an open mind. That's the only way you will learn and the only way you will make sound decisions in life is if you're able to think outside the box.
Yeah.
What else we got out there? How was work going?
Work going. It's fun right now. I can't see because it's not letting me log into my Snapchat. But what's it called? Though? A few weeks ago, we went to the Science Museum, and after that, we went to this Native Culture Museum too in Shakopee. And yeah, that field trip was my best. My favorite field trip because I do like history and it was fun learning about the natives and what they went through and stuff with the government or yeah, I think it was the government, right?
Yeah.
But
What became the government?
yeah, but yeah, they went to war and stuff like that. And, the people that was there was acting like they was helping the natives when really they took from them at the end of the day.
Yep. That's why I call Thanksgiving Thanks-taking.
Yeah. A few years ago, you showed me a shirt that you had about the natives coming back and getting their stuff back.
Well, they didn't get their stuff all the way back. I mean, they got like the casinos and stuff, and they got the reservations and stuff. But yeah, that was an unfortunate situation. They took the people's land and then made other people build on the land.
Yeah.
We built majority of this land, and then you have the Asians that did the railroads and stuff of that nature. But we definitely, black people anyway, was here before the whole slavery thing too. So we shared a lot of this land with the natives. But how they did the natives was crazy.
Yeah.
Befriending them and then took their land, did massacred, slaughtered a lot of them, almost wiping them out. That's why I don't celebrate Thanksgiving myself. I don't celebrate none of these people holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, none of that BS. It's all BS. So I don't celebrate none of that stuff. It's all lies and um, it's the devil.
Yeah.
Paganist holidays and stuff. Like Jesus supposed been born in December. He was born more in like spring when it was hot outside, so more around Easter versus Christmas. December 25th is not Jesus' birthday. So I don't celebrate none of these lies, these pagan holidays, and all that BS. I say
Yeah.
we make our own.
Yeah, but another thing that we was doing at work is that's just doing activities, but we just took a hike around my work job and well my workplace, and we got woods around the place, and we got like a little lake in the back and stuff. But yeah, we took a little walk around the woods, and it's like a thing we do like called sit spots, like you sit on the ground. Well, I sit on this little the sit pad thing, but yeah, we sit on the ground and absorb nature. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah, absorb nature and listen to our surroundings and stuff, and write down what type of bugs we seen and stuff like that. And a few weeks ago, my first time seeing a centipede was outside. It was like a different type of centipede though. Like it ain't none of the ones where like all the legs around the body and stuff. But yeah, it was like blue and yellow.
Okay, you should have seen the one I seen on the house the other day.
Like at our house.
That
Where?
thing was big, super
Where?
big, right on the the siding or whatever.
Uh,
And it was a bright color. I think it was yellow. I think I put it in the tree though. I scooped it up, put it in the tree. But yeah, it had like antenna like things coming out of his back. They turn into butterflies though.
the centipedes.
Well, no, caterpillars is what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, centipedes though is the ones that you see in the house a lot.
yeah, because they kill smaller bugs.
Yeah.
But my first time seeing centipede actually killing a bug was when I was at my boxing gym. A spider ran across my legs, and then I saw a centipede chasing it, and it caught it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
centipede was chasing a spider.
yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
yeah. Life is insane.
Yeah, I thought it was the spiders that might mess around and kill them though. But yeah, man, it's been so long since I looked up the food chain type of stuff.
And not too long ago, I did just see a black squirrel. My first time seeing a black squirrel. I was at my workplace again, and we was leaving to go home, and I saw a black squirrel climbing a tree.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You barely see those or the white ones.
yeah.
Those are two rare ones that you see.
But yeah, work been fun though.
That's what's up. You only got a few more weeks in that, huh?
Yeah, we end on the 21st.
Okay, well, this was your first job, so now it's time to get another one.
Yeah, like the actual work field.
Right, right. A lot of jobs you can't get until you're 16, though.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, you should be able to work when you're ready to work, right?
Yeah.
When we was growing up, we worked in high school. When I was in ninth grade, I worked at you do a half day at school, then I went to work for Arby's.
Yeah, that's something I don't like.
Yeah, I don't know if they still do that.
Yeah,
They
no, they
should.
can't. Yeah, yeah, they should do that, but I don't think no schools do that no more.
I'm gonna have to look into that because yeah, that was a regular thing for us growing up. You could do half days and then go to work. Yeah, but yeah, you should be able to work at. Well, I know some places you can work at 15, but not a lot.
Yeah, it's literally just fast food and stuff.
But even then, we called a few of those places and they was like 16.
Yeah,
Even though, like McDonald's said, they one store you could work at 15, then the other store you can't. And I forgot which one it was. I can't remember if it was the one over there by Sunray that you can, and then the one over there by Clarence you can't, I think.
yeah, it had to be in clearance because I remember walking in to the McDonald's, and they say I was able to work at 15, but I just had to do it online and stuff.
Right. All right. Well, that's something we need to do some more of then,
Yeah,
where you could get keep work going. Yeah. I had something too that I had wrote down, but I was rushing, so I left my paper. Some more topics I had. Well, I mean, we just getting our feet wet. We could do this more often.
Yeah, like at least like once every week or twice every week.
Yep, yep. At least once a week, at least.
Yeah.
We did a show a couple months ago, but the audio was all messed up, so I had to scrap that.
Yeah. Everywhere we said it was echoing.
Yeah, the whole recorder was echoed, but we fixed that now though. So
Yeah.
this would be right from now on. And the shirts, the fatherhood and motherhood shirts is going to be available. I just did a thing Friday where the business side of it got done, so now I definitely will have some physical copies. And then in the description, put a link in for you could go online and get some right now, right away. But I have some physical copies too, real soon here. Um, yeah. So before the year's out, it'll be a lot of stuff getting done. I finally did the business part Friday, so
Mhm.
yeah, LTA is gonna be up and running some more, or again, I should say.
Yeah.
You know,
Gen 2.
you'll be able to get some merch and we'll be doing more videos at least once a week at least. We'll do a video. And yeah, we just getting our feet back wet and jumping out there. So we're definitely finna be picking up steam.
Yeah.
Most definitely. We do got some more time, but like I said, I forgot my paper, so I don't even remember the other things I wanted to talk about. Um,
Yeah, I just had a few things in mind. I should just wrote some things down too.
right, yeah. So next time, let's make sure we have some stuff wrote down. Let's
Yeah,
make sure we
at least like 10 things each.
and then also make sure we read up on whatever we wrote down for we could spend some time talking about it or whatever.
Yeah,
A little advice out there, I guess I'll give a little advice. Know what you want to do early. Have some goals in mind for yourself before you're 18. Have a few things you want to do. Know that everything's a hustle, so you need more than one hustle. Like, say you work, you might cut grass, you might sell juices or whatever, shoes, whatever. You got to have a couple different ways to have some money, have some different income.
yeah. Always have different plans, different plans.
Right. Credit cards. Don't get a credit card unless you're going to do it right. And what is doing it right? Doing it right is, say you get a credit card and you got, $1,000 limit on it, let's say. What you want to do is you want to do stuff like pay your gas with your credit card, you know, a phone bill, whatever. Do not max out the whole $1,000. Just do little stuff that you do during the day. I mean, throughout the days or whatever, and then pay it off within that month. So say you had $1,000 limit, and within the month you spend, 700. You want to go ahead and like, so say you in a month time, say 1 week, you out of that 700 you spent, you give them 450, 500.
Yeah,
And then the next week or two, then you pay it all the way off. So within a month time, you buying your gas, you buying your little stuff that you buy, long as it ain't past that, long as it ain't running up the whole 1,000. And then before the 30 days is up, you pay it off. They say you don't want to pay it off all at one time. So that's why I say, break it up within like a week or 2 weeks, you pay one payment, then the next week or two you pay the other payment. You know, and that's how you build your credit up. Your credit will skyrocket as long as you're not burning up the whole $1,000 on your credit card and you're paying this stuff off within a reasonable time where it doesn't roll over to add, like, so within a month or so. I mean, your credit card people will tell you better as far as the time frame to pay it off. But before that cycle's over, though, pay it off. So if you gotta make two payments within that billing cycle, pay it off and keep doing it every month. 3, 4, 5 months go by, your credit will increase. So don't get a credit card just to max it out and call it a day. because that way, say you take $1,000, you max it out, that 1,000 turns into 3,000, 4,000 because all you're doing is paying interest. Every month they're gonna give you a minimal balance to pay. Out of $1,000, say you spent the whole 1,000, your minimum balance every month to pay is going to probably be what, like $30 or something of that nature. You don't want to do that because that 1,000, like I said, turns to 2,000 or so when it comes to interest. You know what I mean? So buy your little stuff throughout the month. Take 2 different payments that month to pay that 1,000 off, and your credit will look good as you go along. Another advice: get an LLC and put a lot of things in your company name, and don't even have things in your name. That's another way that you get ahead in life. Life insurance, a certain type of life insurance could get you ahead in life. You know, um, there's ways to do it. There's ways where you don't have to live check by check. There's ways that you don't have to live dollar by dollar.
Yeah.
If you know how to play the game, you could get far in life if you know how to play the game. So yeah, that's just my little advice. Learn the credit card game, learn the life insurance game, learn the Roth IRA game. Um, what else? There's different ways to do it. Stocks, get into the stock game. You know, I bought my gutters on my house off of Tesla. I only put a few dollars in there, but made a few dollars off of them. I just got some of that Elon Musk new stock, but it ain't doing good. I'm gonna hold on to it, but
Wait, what's the Elon Musk stock?
the SpaceX. He just did SpaceX like a month or two ago.
Nah.
It ain't doing good though. I want to pull out, but I think I'm gonna just leave it because I ain't put that much money in it. So it's like the little money, if it do evaporate, it's not enough to worry about. And if it do something, then I got a little bit of skin in the game.
Yeah.
So stocks, IRAs, um, life insurance game, credit cards. But you got to know how to do it, though. Like I said, it's ways to do all of it that'll get you ahead in life. So, yeah. All right, well, this is our first one back. We'll get to doing this at least once a week or so and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to tell people before we get out of here?
Be yourself in life.
Definitely do that. Be yourself, man. Be your own leader. And also get you some leaders, like actual leaders. Now, no gang leaders or your big homie down the street or dude at your school. No, like get some mentors. There's some mentors out here. They got different little groups like the brothers and sister group. I'm finna get involved in that. I was just talking to somebody the other day about that. They got different organizations that you could be a part of, where you could get some real mentors in life. People that actually out here owning their own businesses and that's being successful in life and positive and have things to do, places to go and stuff in life. Some real leaders. So ain't nothing wrong with that too. Get into the church or something. If you into that, you could find leaders there. There's definitely a lot of people out here that want to see you do well and got your best interests in heart. You don't have to just depend on the gangbanger down the street or the dude at your school that think he's the toughest or no shit like that. So yeah, be yourself and try to get ahead in life and reach back and grab another one. Each one teach one, reach back and grab another one. Always remember that. Each one teach one, reach back and grab another one.
Yeah, that's one I ain't hear yet.
Yeah, you like that, huh? Yeah. All right. All right, well, this LTA, man, we out.